sleeping. I came on here to let you know that you were supposed to be sleeping. Don't keep scrolling. No, no, no. You're not gonna act like you don't see me. You know you're supposed to be sleeping right now. So there's no excuses. You gotta go up and get up and go to work in a little bit. You know that you're supposed to be sleeping. Don't think there's not people on here monitoring other people's, just doing what I'm doing right now. You never know. I could be getting paid for this. I could work for YouTube. I'm just here to remind you that mental health is important and you should probably get some sleep. Okay, what happens when your music gets put on Spotify release radar? Let me look that up, because that's fucking cool. My music is on Spotify release radar with all these other big fucking artists. Like, what? How to release your music actually get streams. I already know how to do that. I thank you guys so much for taking a chance on me and my music. How to get how to get my music on Spotify. This is so cool. Release radar. Okay, Lizzo, this song, is this Lizzo? We're on the same playlist now, so I'm just like, wait a minute. Let me listen to this, because I don't know if I like it. I'm on release radar. That's my picture. If you go to Spotify right now and go to release radar, Spotify has a playlist called Release Radar, right? And whenever you release new music, you can pitch your music to them. And I don't know if this is a good thing. I don't know what this means. I don't even know what this means. I'm not gonna talk negative about a possible blessing or my blessings, but I think my music, I'm looking at my phone right now. I'm still trying to figure out if it's real. Um, no, but there pretty much everybody that Spotify liked for the week, I guess, in terms of new music, they put on their release radar. And that's so cool. I'm on release radar, y'all. No, but that's amazing. Like, I've been praying all year that someone was going to recognize my music and actually like it, and I was going to be able to perform it. All these big artists, like, I'd love to open a show for John Legend and Teddy Swims. Teddy probably first before John, just because, I like Teddy's music, and I feel like my music aligns more with Teddy. Um, and maybe we should all do a song together. I think our voices would all, like, mesh nicely into some vocals. You never know. Hey guys, if you're watching this, by the way, in the future, of course, we're all gonna be friends, which is awesome. Spotify just made me realize that. So yeah, if you guys get a chance, go to Spotify and look at Release Radar. God, I feel like my lips are ashy. Hold on. I'm sorry, I was sleeping and I woke up and I was actually mad and I was getting ready to type a lawsuit. I was getting ready to type a lawsuit because of something that happened earlier, because I know how to practice law. That dropped. They look better. No, but go to Spotify. I'll screenshot it and put it on here. I think this is awesome. I don't know what this means, and I know like not a lot of people are up right now to even look at release radar, but pretty much sometime today, later on today, I don't know at what point today, I'm gonna start getting, hopefully, a lot of like pings on my phone from people listening to my music, and it's all gonna be because Spotify took my song and not only did they take the song and put it on the playlist, they put the song on the playlist and used my album cover as the art for this week's release radar. So there's two things that just happened. I don't think it's just one. There's other people's. Why is get your? Anyway, I'm sorry. What? Anyway, why would you guys re-release? I'm confused now. So I just thought that that was awesome. You guys should go check out Release Radar. And yeah, I think this is cool. I'm still trying to figure this out. Give me a second. I'm like literally over here Googling Release Radar, Spotify, Release Radar. I just want to see what it means. I've heard many things about it. I saw another guy's video. He's like, "Oh, they put my song on Release Radar," and all of a sudden, everyone like knew who I was the next day or whatever, or something like that, or within the week, within in his city. Not everywhere in the world, just in his city because of the fact that um, a lot of people use Spotify in the city that he was in, and a lot of people use Release Radar to listen to music. So I really want to know how to blow up on Release Radar. Let me see. What is this name? I just want to watch a quick video. This is what I want. With Wix, I was asleep all day and I just woke up. I woke up agitated. Let's talk about AI color themes. So this is really good news. Is one of the many algorithmic playlists that Spotify has to offer, and it has generated over 22,000 listeners and 46,000 streams across my catalog. How can we get Release Radar to do the same for you and your music? I'm gonna get a lot of streams apparently. Release Radar is and how it plays a role in building your fan base on Spotify. Release Radar is a playlist that consists of new releases from a variety of artists. Since it's an algorithmic playlist, every user on Spotify is going to have a different release radar from each other. The songs that appear on your playlist won't look the same as mine. That's because we have different tastes in music. You'll notice that the songs on your release radar will be ones you most likely haven't heard yet. That's because they're around 4 weeks old or less and by artists that you follow or have previously listened to, with a few artists you haven't heard yet sprinkled in. Psst. That's you. You want to be one of those artists. Since Release Radar is tailored to the listener's taste, when your song pops up on someone's Release Radar, there's a high chance your music is exactly what they're looking for. If so, they'll be more inclined to dive deeper into your world by saving the song, checking out your other music, and potentially becoming a fan. The precise targeting of algorithmic playlists like Release Radar is exactly why they're so good at building a fan base. So how do we get you on more Release Radars? Step 1. Release a new song. Pretty self-explanatory. In order to be eligible for Release Radar, a song has to be at most 4 weeks old, and since Release Radar's update every Friday, it's not a bad idea to release a song on a Friday. This will ensure you a maximum of 4 chances to get placed, 1 chance a week. Step 2. Push the song. I released mine within 2 weeks, so he just said 4. I did mine in 2. If you want to be pushed in the algorithm so new people can listen to your music, you have to put some work into promo. This is because Spotify needs enough data on your song to determine who to show it to. It's crucial that you get the word out the first week to maximize the potential. Post on social media, make a music video, tell your friends, run ads, anything to get those streams, but whatever you do, do not pay for streams on sketchy websites. These websites are click farms that don't behave like actual users, and Spotify knows that. The data generated by click farms will be nothing compared to what you can generate through other methods, and even if the song gets thousands of streams, since the data is garbage, the algorithm won't pick it up. It's always better to have less streams and better data than more streams and terrible data. I know gathering that data is hard. Luckily, if you pitch your song to editorial playlist over a week before it comes out, the song will automatically be pushed to your Spotify followers on Release Radar the first week it comes out. This can help a ton in getting that initial traction for the song, so make sure to take advantage of it. And who knows, it might even get placed on editorial playlist. Step 3. Continue to monitor and push your release. How much your song is pushed every week is determined by how it performed last week. You can keep track of the performance by looking at the streams to listener ratio on Spotify for artists under the release tab. Compare that number to your other releases. If it's higher than normal, consider it a good sign. If it's lower, think about what else we can do to push the song. Either way, don't just sit around and hope that the song will perform well. Always be prepared with material for the song. After the 4 weeks have passed and you've successfully made it onto Release Radar, the next step is Discover Weekly. Discover Weekly is an algorithmic playlist dedicated to finding new music, and unlike Release Radar, it doesn't matter how old the song is. Every song is eligible. My song, So Close, has been on Discover Weekly playlist for over a year straight, and in turn has generated over 88,000 streams for the song. If you want to learn more about how you can take advantage of the gold mine that is Discover Weekly, check out this video right here. Show your genius. Okay, so I'm on Release Radar, but how do I get on Discover Weekly? DistroKid is the easiest way to put out music. You see, DistroKid makes it so easy to get your music on all of the streaming platforms. Hey, I've been playlisted. TikTok, Shazam. I just don't think that we give DistroKid enough credit for what they do. They're meeting major label services at indie artist prices. So I just really want to discover what this whole playlist thing is. I'm gonna divert my energy from this lawsuit. I literally want to sue these people so bad. But I'm not gonna focus on that right now. God wants me to use my energy and do other things with it. I just got put on Spotify's playlists, so we're gonna see what this means. I don't know what it means yet. Like, how many playlists am I on? It says Spotify playlist. That clearly says Spotify playlist. And I like I mean, I don't know. Is it just me or like, I want to look at it on my other phone. Let me go on Google. Spotify release radar. I just want to see what the image looks like on. Just continue. All right, so I go on here. How does this even work? I go here. I don't know how life works anymore. Why is... Okay, I know the song is on release radar. Like, did it not update yet? Or how does release radar work? I mean, he just explained it to me. I guess it is in release radar. It's only showing up on certain people's screens. Like, I'm confused. How does this whole thing work? Because I just Googled and I don't see. But then I go here to release radar. This isn't my playlist. This is Spotify's playlist. I go to release radar and I'm on Spotify's playlist or this playlist. I really wish I could be on Discover Weekly. That'd be a lot better, I think. It's awesome to see that I'm on this thing called release radar, but I don't really know what this means anymore. I'm just gonna sit back and chill and try to figure my life out. I'm so happy I didn't eat those sandwiches from that store. All right, let's read this. It says, get music on release radar. Release radar is a playlist for new releases that updates every Friday. Listeners get new music from artists they follow, artists they listen to, and other artists we think they'll like. The followers get songs from your new release in their release radar. If you pitch a song, we'll include that song in your followers' release radar. Okay, which I've done. If you don't pitch a song, we'll pick which songs from your release to put in your followers' release radar. Pitch at least 7 days before release radar to pitch the song for release radar. Deliver your music at least 7 days before the release radar. So the music, we don't include the song. I don't know if your songs get picked. Check the playlist tab on your songs. Spotify, which I did. You'll see recent top playlists added. If your song's in your listeners' release radar, you'll see the stats there. Okay, it is. Yes, so my song is on release radar. Okay. Okay, so maybe release radar didn't update yet. However, I am certain that I am on release radar. So, can people's music blow up from release radar? That's what I want to know now. What does it mean? I want to know what it means. What does it mean? If that's the case, I'm going to start releasing more music because obviously my music is better than everyone else's for it to be picked and put on a release radar thing from Spotify. And there's millions of people writing music out there. I'm doing a good job. Yeah, what?
Empower your students to be more authentic, impactful writers with Grammarly's comprehensive AI writing assistance. Use it to help students brainstorm better ideas. What's up, guys? In this video, I'm going to tell you what I think is the formula formula for getting on Discover Weekly, which can result in these huge algorithmic playlist spikes that can 2x, 3x, even 4x the amount of streams that you get in a given day. I'm going to look at some real data to back this up, and I think this will be really helpful if you're trying to get algorithmic traction for your own music on Spotify. Let's get into it. Alright guys, so here's the plan. I'm going to show you 5 songs that triggered Discover Weekly. I'm going to show you the Spotify for Artists data on those songs in the 28 days before the first major spike. And then I will also show you that next day, so you'll get to see what exactly happened when they did trigger Discover Weekly and how many streams it was that day. And then after that, I will show you what I'm calling the formula, which is basically the average Spotify for Artists stats for each of those 5 songs, which I think gives a pretty good idea of what you need to do to make this actually happen for your music. So with that said, let's click over and check out the first song and the first artist. Alright, so this is a client I was running ads for, and these are the 28 days before their first Discover Weekly spike. So you can see just over 10,000 streams, pretty good streams per listener rate, and a very high save rate. There's that first Discover Weekly spike. So the song goes from getting 464 streams in a day to getting 1,145 streams.
All right, so I'm on Discover Weekly, guys.
Look at 12 months,
I mean, not Discover Weekly. I'm sorry, Release
Discover
Radar.
multiple times.
But this is telling me about Discover Weekly, so
streams, largely from
I want to know what Release Radar
so that is
does.
song 1.
I'll watch it in a second. Let me watch this guy.
Every single follower that you have on Spotify will get your music in their Release Radar playlist that Friday. What's up? I'm K-Swab.
K-Swab.
Music creator and entrepreneur, and I'm making my mission to do as much as I can to help artists just like you progress and grow in their music careers. Let's face it, you're waiting on your music to blow up like all the other artists in the world. I know, I'm right there with you. That's why today we're going to talk about how to pitch your music to Spotify editorial playlist and guaranteed that you get on Release Radar. Let's get into it. So a couple things you should know. What pitching your song is that you're literally making a case to Spotify, not a third-party playlisting site, but to Spotify directly that, hey, I think my song is good enough to stand up with all these other top songs that are getting released. You cannot pitch a compilation. And if you're the featured artist, you cannot pitch that song either. It has to be your song. So keep that in mind. Now, the other huge part here, bare minimum, if you want to guarantee that you get on Release Radar, you want to pitch at least 7 days before the song drops. Now, if you're using a distributor like DistroKid or CD Baby, you're able to set release dates. So you better choose your release date to be at least, I'd say at bare minimum 2 weeks, because sometimes it can take a couple of days for your song to go from your distributor and Spotify actually recognizing it, being ready to be pitched. So definitely do that. I highly recommend like 4 to 6 weeks out from when your song is about to be released. That way you can actually give these Spotify editorial playlisters time to review your music, because some of these are humans who are going through these pitches and they're like, okay, what music is gonna work? So anyway, without further ado, let's actually get into how to pitch your next single. So what you want to do is log into your Spotify for Artists, and then you're going to go up to Music, and then you're going to click on Upcoming. Now, if your distributor already sent your information to Spotify, you'll be able to see all the music that you have coming up here. And I've actually already pitched one, but I'm going to show you exactly what it looks like. So what you're going to do is you're going to select your song. Now, what you can see right here, choose a song to pitch. Right under it says, we will add this song to Release Radar if we get your pitch at least 1 week before it releases. So that is a guarantee that if you release your song and you pitch your song to them bare minimum 7 days before it releases, that every single follower that you have on Spotify will get your music in their Release Radar playlist that Friday. So if you release your music on a Tuesday, by that Friday, it'll be in their release radar. If you release your music on a Saturday, the following Friday, it should be in their release radar. If you don't submit this way, you have like a 4-week window before you can no longer have that music be considered new and end up on your fans' release radar. So this is the guaranteed way to do that. Now, they want to be able to get a good idea about what type of artist you are, where you're from, all those sorts of things, because they actually like to promote music that is centralized to a location. Now, I'm personally from St. Louis, Missouri. I haven't lived there since 2012. So I now live in the San Francisco Bay Area, so I'm choosing that as where I'm currently based, and my hometown is St. Louis. So this side is where it's really important that you pick the right metadata for your song to place it in front of the right Spotify playlist curator, so that way they can actually enjoy your music and put it in front of the right fans. Now, if you don't do that, then the chances of your music even getting on here are even less likely. Remember, they have 20 to 40,000 songs to go through every single day. So get this information in quick, fast, and as accurate as you can. It tells you to choose up to 3 genres. They have practically every genre you can think of on this thing. Okay, now this particular song that I have, it's basically a lo-fi beat, but it's a pop song still. So I went with the lo-fi pop vibe, and I went with pop R&B as well as neo soul, because this embodies all 3 of those genres, which 2 of them are already.
My love has no beginning, my love has no end. No front or back, and my love won't bend. I'm lost in spin, loving you.
I'm watching a video,
Enjoy the next 30 minutes of
working on my
uninterrupted
music,
listening.
trying to figure out some things.
I wanna run away. Got your plane to the sky. I wanna go real high. I don't think you understand. No, cause this just don't excite me. I'm trying to take my time. I just think it's time to go. I don't know what to do. It's getting lonely slowly. I wanna wait for you, but I'm getting lonely slowly. I don't know what to do, but it's getting lonely slowly. I wanna wait for you, but I'm getting lonely slowly. I really wanna stay, but I'm about to catch a plane to the sky. I'm about to go real high. I don't know what to say, so I'll let you know if everything's okay. So I just think it's time to go. I'm losing all my patience, trying to find my way since I just think it's time to go. I really wanna see if we can make it, baby. stay with me and we can make it, maybe. I just really wanna see if we can make it, maybe. I don't know what to do, it's getting lonely, slowly. I wanna wait for you, but I'm getting lonely, slowly. I don't know what to do, but it's getting lonely, slowly. I wanna wait for you, but I'm getting lonely, slowly. I used to think that I never get a chance to do what God set me down to do, you know? And I always thought that was music. So recently I've been writing a lot of music, and I don't really know why, but all I can tell you is I think it's what the world has been waiting for, and what everybody has been waiting for, honestly. The world needs new music. You said you wanted stars, so I gave you a place to stay. Showed me just who you are. Let me there when I think inside. I'm wondering who you are. In the calm with our cars. On the walls, just like a scar. Oh, so hurry up though. I got a meeting with the guys at the radio. Oh, goes back to down my crew, I'm on the telephone. Making moves, oh, to bring these diamonds on. So hurry up, though. I got a meeting with the guys at the radio. Oh, goes back, I got my crew, I'm on the telephone. Making moves, oh, I think the diamonds on. I lost my brother, but I gained an angel. I remember all the times we had, forever I'm grateful. If I could get one more time to see you again, I would hold you tight and never let go, my friend. I lost my brother, but I gained an angel. I remember all the times we had, forever I'm grateful. If I could get one more time, see you again, I will hold you tight and never let go, my friend. Legend on the north, legend in the game, legend. Play back all the memories, hoping they don't fade. Bend up to the jet to the stage. Hard to see my nigga in that grave, this shit crazy. I give all this shit back just to get you back, give it back. Tatted on my back, know you got my back, The chains and the ice don't amount to that. Lost my nigga, lost my dog, I can't handle that. Lost myself in the process, I can't go back to that. Scratch the paint off the wood, everything black on black. I guess I'm emotional now, I'm not approachable. Gotta got inside the vocal booth. Can't try these niggas, fuck them, how I'm supposed to get over you. Ain't been the same, cause it pain, fuck up everything. I mean everything, I even lost a wedding ring. Need to talk to you, my brother, just say anything. Till we meet again. I lost my brother, but I gained an angel. I remember all the times we had, forever I'm grateful. If I could get one more time to see you again, I will hold you tight and never let go, my friend. I lost my brother, but I gained an angel. I remember all the times we had, forever I'm grateful. If I could get one more time, see you again, I will hold you tight and never let go. You're not going to believe what happened. Tell me everything. I'll show you on Monday.com. So I started the biggest initiative of the quarter. I did everything right. I used AI blocks to list all the tasks, delegate them to the team, set up all the timelines. It even wrote perfect descriptions, so everything was crystal clear. Clearly, you're a professional. Thank you. Suddenly, I get a message from leadership saying we need to finish the project a month before deadline. Happens every time. Good thing we have Monday.com. We just reshaped all the timelines, brought in freelancers to help, gave them some guest accounts. They had everything organized so they could just jump right in. We put up all the assets, waited for management to approve. Done. Everyone automatically got notified. We ended up reaching our goals 2 days before schedule and even under budget. We beat our projections for the quarter. Everyone cheered for us, and I ended up being a hero. Wow, that's amazing. When we use Monday.com, work is just easier. Isn't that nice?
That's really nice.
It is nice.
Enjoy the little things.
Yeah. Create your own personal success story on the first work platform you'll love to use. Monday.com.
So let's say you have to read an incredibly long email from your boss that you have to finish before the big meeting starts in 10 minutes. Or you're cramming for an exam the night before, but can't bear to keep your eyes open to read one more textbook chapter. Or you're reviewing a dense legal document that could change your life forever. Or you're proofreading your thesis one last time before you submit it to make sure there aren't any errors. No matter what you have to read, we could all use a second pair of eyes to help us retain information and put our best foot forward. Enter Speechify.
Every single follower that you have on Spotify will get your music in their release radar playlist that Friday. What's up? I'm K Swab, music creator and entrepreneur, and I'm making my mission to do as much as I can to help artists just like you progress and grow in their music careers. Let's face it, you're waiting on your music to blow up like all the other artists in the world. I know, I'm right there with you. That's why today we're going to talk about how to pitch your music to Spotify editorial playlist and guaranteed that you get on release radar. Let's get into it. So a couple things you should know. What pitching your song is that you're literally making a case to Spotify, not a third-party playlisting site, but to Spotify directly that, hey, I think my song is good enough to stand up with all these other top songs that are getting released. You cannot pitch a compilation. And if you're the featured artist, you cannot pitch that song either. It has to be your song. Keep that in mind. Now, the other huge part here, bare minimum, if you want to guarantee that you get on release radar, you want to pitch at least 7 days before the song drops. Now, if you're using a distributor like DistroKid or CD Baby, you're able to set release dates. So you better choose your release date to be at least, I'd say a bare minimum 2 weeks, because sometimes it can take a couple of days for your song to go from your distributor and Spotify actually recognizing it, being ready to be pitched. So definitely do that. I highly recommend like 4 to 6 weeks out from when your song is about to be released. That way you can actually give these Spotify editorial playlisters time to review your music, because some of these are humans who are going through these pitches and they're like, okay, what music is gonna work? So anyway, without further ado, let's actually get into how to pitch your next single. So what you want to do is log into your Spotify for Artists, and then you're going to go up to Music, and then you're going to click on Upcoming. Now, if your distributor already sent your information to Spotify, you'll be able to see all the music that you have coming up here. And I've actually already pitched one, but I'm going to show you exactly what it looks like. So what you're going to do is you're going to select your song. Now, what you can see right here, choose a song to pitch. Right under it says, we will add this song to release radar if we get your pitch at least 1 week before it releases. So that is a guarantee that if you release your song and you pitch your song to them bare minimum 7 days before it releases, then every single follower that you have on Spotify will get your music in their release radar playlist that Friday. So if you release your music on a Tuesday, by that Friday it'll be in their release radar. If you release your music on a Saturday, the following Friday it should be in their release radar. If you don't submit this way, you have like a 4-week window before you can no longer have that music be considered new and end up on your fans' release radar. So this is the guaranteed way to do that. Now they want to be able to get a good idea about what type of artist you are, where you're from, all those sorts of things, because they actually like to promote music that is centralized to a location. Now, I'm personally from St. Louis, Missouri. I haven't lived there since 2012. So I now live in the San Francisco Bay Area, so I'm choosing that as where I'm currently based, and my hometown is St. Louis. So this side is where it's really important that you pick the right metadata for your song to place it in front of the right Spotify playlist curator, so that way they can actually enjoy your music and put it in front of the right fans. Now, if you don't do that, then the chances of your music even getting on here are even less likely. Remember, they have 20 to 40,000 songs to go through every single day. So get this information in quick, fast, and as accurate as you can. It tells you to choose up to 3 genres. They have practically every genre you can think of on this thing, okay? Now, this particular song that I have, it's basically a lo-fi beat, but it's a pop song still. So I went with the lo-fi pop vibe. And I went with pop R&B as well as neo soul, because this embodies all 3 of those genres, which 2 of them are already sort of blended genres in themselves. So I like that they have that. The next category down is music cultures. Now, I'm not making any African or Caribbean or Asian Christian music or anything like that. So I just went with none of these. But if your music falls into any of those, it would definitely work to your advantage to select them. The next thing are the moods. This is really important because, as you know, a lot of playlists are focused on the mood that the listener is in. I chose chill. Again, it's got this chill R&B, neo soul, lo-fi vibe. I went with chill and romantic because it is a love song. Up to 2 song styles. Now, this was kind of weird for me because, like, there's a beat for sure. I made the beat, but it's not just a beat, and it's definitely not that experimental nor traditional kids acoustic ballad. It didn't fit into any of those, so I just chose beats. I wish they had more options here. What instruments are on this song? You can go in if you know what you got. I have a little piano on mine, and I don't have a drum kit, but I used drum instruments, so I could add that in there. And I also have a synthesizer in there as well, so I'm gonna tap that one too. So just make sure whatever instruments that you use, that you're able to identify them and put them in there as well, because it can still help categorize your music and give the algorithm an idea of what kind of feel you have, so it can then sort it and get it to the right playlist curators. So is this a cover song? No, it is not. Is it a remix? But if it is, make sure you check those things off. How is this recorded? I recorded mine here in my studio. This was not a live performance. And this is not an instrumental, but if it is for you, be sure to check that. Now, what languages? You can choose up to 3 languages. I only speak English, maybe a little bit of Spanglish, but I didn't do that in this song, so I'm just choosing English. They're asking you to use words to pitch your song to the curators. So after the algorithm sorts it and puts it in front of Spotify's employees of playlist curators, they're going to read this. And this is going to help them decide if it's even worth listening to your track or not. I think here is the best place to use a very common marketing term, which is called hook, story, offer. Now, basically what that means is the hook is the attention grabber, the story is the narrative of the why behind the song or why you created it, and the offer is basically extending your hand out for people to take action. That's your call to action. So hook, story, and offer. Let's go through that here and see how I used it. For the hook, I just used that in the opening sentence. I said, it takes 1 minute and 11 seconds to realign yourself with divine love. Now that right there is like, well, that's something interesting. I just learned something new. So that's the hook. You want to reel them in with something. And then next I said, for the story, the length of this song is intentionally set to 1 minute and 11 seconds, as 111 is the angel number of new beginnings. If you see this new number, you may be about to embark on a new chapter in your love life. And then I continue on with my story, and I say, this vibe was inspired by my wife, Lady Suave, when we took an acid trip one calm, quiet Saturday night in Monterey, California. By the way, I've only done it once. I don't know if I'll do it again. But it created this song, so I can't be mad at it. This is my offer. This is my call to action. I said, come with me on this journey abroad through an enlightened love song. So basically, I'm inviting them in. I'm inviting them to take a journey with me. And then they also said they want to know about the process of this song was created and any plans to promote it. So I just said produced, performed, and engineered by K Swab, so they know what it came with. They do want to know about any specific plans you have to promote this. Like their goal is to find artists that are going to make them look good. So they want to promote artists who already have a plan as well. If you don't have any super amazing marketing plans, then don't worry about it. There's still artists who get placed on here because the quality of their music and their pitch was authentic enough. But if you're being recognized by major publications like, like BET or the Grammy board or something like that, it's definitely worth mentioning that association within this pitch. Remember that hook, story, offer. What is it that I'm going to grab their attention with? What is the narrative, the reason why? And then what is my call to action? What am I asking them to do other than just listen to the song? So after you submit that, it'll give you a review and you can make sure that everything reads out the way you like it. All right, so after that, you want to go ahead and click pitch. And boom, just like that. Thanks for your pitch. You can pitch another unreleased song after this one goes live on Spotify. Now, there are limitations to how you can pitch your music here. So if you pitch this one song and it's on an EP of all these other songs, that means that only that one song will be able to be pitched at a time. And it's possible that they may not even choose that song. If it's on a project, they may say this one didn't quite fit, but we like another song that was on that project, so they may end up putting that one to one of their other playlists if they don't pick the one you already chose. So just something to think about. It's not the end of the world, but at least this guarantees that all of your fans who follow you on Spotify will see your music on Release Radar every single time you pitch at least 7 days before your track is released. So I hope this video helped you in a major way, because this is something that I didn't even know before, but now that I do, I'll be using it all the time. And if you get any value out of this, please consider liking, commenting, and subscribing. I'll be uploading more videos here soon showing you how to be the best entrepreneur that you can be. All right, I'll see you in the next one.
Oh shit. I didn't know you guys were still here.